Hello, everybody. Guys, I am very tired right now. For some reason, you know when it just all like hits you? I went from having energy to having nothing. Also, Shark, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Really appreciate that. What's up, though, Tree? How you doing, Yannick? Knock, how you doing? NX, Rissa, how you doing? Wex, how you doing? Evoker, how you doing? 2000 Ping, how you doing? Atu, how you doing? Seabass, V-Dub, what's going on, guys? Cass Online, Miss Janella, how you doing? Chalami, Ozo, Corona, how you doing? Patty, how you doing? Shark, thank you again, bro. I keep writing I have Prime. Thank you. I appreciate everyone here subbing and all that stuff, but
hello, handsome. Let's go.
I'll let you guys know you're the best regardless. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate the 7 months, bro. Oh, I need to have another sip of energy drink. I wanted to swap my case back to the old case that this is supposed to be on, which is the beige case with the the Alex Otis one, the stone one. But I didn't have time today. I didn't want to post, but Twitch keeps suggesting I do. Oh, do you mean the sub thing? Yeah, it'll just keep popping up. It's really weird. So nice. G Nation, how you doing? What's up with you, dude? Elk One, how you doing, bro? These keycaps are pretty universal. Like, it does look pretty good. Also, my hair is like very flat because I feel like I was getting really overheated. I was outside a little bit, like maybe 20 whole minutes, and I feel like I was sweating my ass off, so whatever, it's okay. How you guys doing, though? Mandykin, thank you so much for the Prime, and Zach, again, thank you so much for that tier 2, bro. Really appreciate that. Also, Skull King, serious question, can I be your... So nice.
Thanks for all you do, Alex Otway.
Anytime, Mandy. You want to be my little toe champ? Guys, I have an embarrassing... I have a potential, almost embarrassing story I can tell you guys if you guys want to know something I did. So, we went to like a VR thing. Hold on, let's just read out first.
Serious question. Can I be your little toe champ? Alex Otiwoo.
Skulking, this is reminding me of the story to tell you guys. We went to like a VR thing yesterday, me, my brother, and some of his friends. And, Naj, thank you. And, something in the back of my... Because, okay... Maybe this is just me. And this is like, I'm telling you guys something potentially embarrassing. I have a lot of ripped up socks that I just keep. Because I'll wear ones with rips on them. I don't know how come I do it. I go through socks like, I don't know, man. Like crazy. And I feel like I have a lot of just ripped up old socks that I just continue to wear. Whatever, right? I don't know. It's just me, maybe. I don't know. I feel like buying new socks at the rate that I destroy them is going to make me broke. Okay? Being honest. We went to a VR thing yesterday, and something told me yesterday to wear good socks. I don't know what it was. Just a little voice in the back of my head was like, put on a pair of socks that has no rips. So I did that. I put on a pair of socks that have no rips. Thank fucking God I did that, by the way. Because the place that we went to didn't allow, like, shoes. And I'm not gonna lie, man. The socks I was gonna wear, like all my toes were exposed, and it was more like a you know those like half finger gloves, but for your feet. So yeah, thank God I wore proper socks yesterday. Dude, I don't know, man. That's a bad habit of mine. I just need to get rid of all those socks. Coming in with Future Sight, bro. I felt it in the force. You know what I mean? Skull King, thank you so much for the 3,000 bits, though, man. If you want to be my little toe champ, that little story was for you, dude. And also, Naj, thank you so much for the Prime. Really appreciate you, man. Finally get to see an Alex stream. What's up, Dane? How you doing, man? I lose my socks. Dude, I also lose my socks. I think if all the toes are exposed, they're no longer socks. Then, guys, I don't really own a lot of socks, then. Because I'm not going to lie, a lot of the toes are exposed. Actually, the ones I wore today,
Alex wow.
One of my big toes was exposed. Schmexy, thank you so much for the wow. Appreciate you. Alex is kind of guy to wear socks with toes. Yeah, pretty much. You know, if I were to wear sandals, even if I put socks on, you wouldn't be able to tell. I wasted all day deciding whether I need to buy keycap sets. Is it an addiction? I don't know. I feel like if you enjoy what you're doing and you have the money to do so, and like you're still able to operate outside of like the world of keyboards, I don't think it's an addiction. I think an addiction is something like something completely different. But you know, is it true that some IBM keyboards from the 80s have vintage cherry blacks? I don't know the exact models that had it, 'cause I'm not really into that kind of stuff personally, but yeah, I believe some of the older keyboard stuff have vintage blacks. That's where you'd harvest them from. Double UO. Oh.
WOW, wow.
Wow. Thank you so much, Skull King. You also have those toes that stick up. Wait, I don't have that, thank goodness, Ford Galaxy. I don't have that. But I am... Okay, I don't even know why I'm going to... I just feel bad about myself talking about this now. I don't know why. I'm also very rough with my shoes. So, like, if this was my shoe here, my shoes maybe last a year and a half. That's why I don't buy, like, really stupid, expensive stuff anymore. Well, actually, some of the expensive stuff does last a little longer, but... I just bought a pair of... We went to Banff and I got a pair of New Balances to go there. And those actually seem like they're going to last a while. But I've had, like, Adidas shoes that they rip along the side. And, like, they're just holes appear out of nowhere. And I think it's just the way I walk, man. Wait, is that a long time for sneakers? Then I'm not doing half bad. I'm not really into that much of fashion. So... I love NB, only shoe I bought for years. Dude, I bought recently, so I own 2 pairs of New Balances now. The most honestly, I was an Adidas guy before. Like, I thought Adidas had some comfy shoes. I've never really gotten into Nike. I used to work for Reebok. I never really got into Reebok. I am all about the New Balance life now. New Balance actually has some of the more comfy stuff that I've tried. I'm not really into the Adidas stuff anymore. So... it is what it is, I guess. Let's see. Is my camera's all working? I didn't even test. Alex, I'm proud to say that I finally got my endgame board that matches my preference for color, sound, and feel. Space80 and choice. Hey, those are not bad choices. Pardon the pun. Those are not bad. I like those. Actually, speaking of stuff we're doing today, I think we're putting Striker on it. And then we have some Gateron black inks that we're putting inside that are lubed and filmed. They sound pretty good. Although I didn't actually check to see what this was. I think it's a Selvin cap. Oh, it's the Striker Selvin Artisan. Kenny, thank you so much for the tier 1, man.
Alex, can you be the stuffing to my turkey? Wow, 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 much love.
Huh? What? Of course I can, Kenny. What else? Bro, that was... dude, that was something else? Yeah, that was a horrible moment. Was still waiting for some money for an Envoy, but I'll probably go with Tempo now. That pistachio... the pistachio accent, I have it right here. I'm literally going back and forth between these boards. So, my kind of consensus with this is... although they're not the same switches, and I think that if I ended up putting... piece of hair here. Putting these switches into this one, it would probably sound relatively the same. This does have a little bit more of like a bassy undertone, while this has a brighter. So this is a little bit more on the lower end of the spectrum for sound, while this is on the higher end of the spectrum for sound. So it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a bright or more of a bassier key, I guess. So we got the Apollo, we have some Durox stabs here. Now, I haven't built an Apollo in quite some time. Did you get the Martingale? I did, and I will be building that pretty soon too. Plus, Envoy is very similar to the Mode 65. Yeah, there's definitely that as well. I have not built one of these guys in a long time. We are using the FR4 plate today. I think the client, he didn't specify foam, and I'm hoping they show up today for the stream because I'd like to use the mid-plate foam for this guy. We have our PCB. I don't think we're using this guy. We might put the foam instead of the silicone. I'm here, let's use it. Oh, perfect. G-National, how you doing, dude? Yeah, I'm thinking we do, instead of the silicone, so this is how I typically build the Apollos, because it does have flex cuts on these guys. The Apollo isn't aggressively foamy, which is nice. It's my combo that I like for this is PCB, this foam that's supposed to go with the PC plate instead of the silicone pad, and then the FR4 plate. So that's kind of like my combination that I kind of like. I've tried building the Apollo in a bunch of different ways, and it seems like the only way that I personally love it. Oh, we have the blue one. I love this one. Gaskets. Oh yeah, this is going to take 30 minutes to do gaskets on this board today. And we have other stuff which I'll take out later. I strongly suggest plate foam. Yeah, I also think that it's not that it sounds bad without it. It just sounds like a, flex cut PCB. So some other news, keyboard news. I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek into the schedule, cause bro, let me tell you, schedule is looking filled up again. I was actually stressed out. Some little insight. I was pretty stressed about the whole scheduling.
Wow! Ow! Ow! Ow!
Ow! Ow! Ow! Dude, what the fuck? That was pretty good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, TK. What was I saying? Wow! Ow! 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 We're doing a bunch of builds next week. We're actually going to be building that new Matrix Alice board, by the way. I don't know when I'm going to be doing that, but soon. Soonish, within the next month. That looks cool. Then we're also building the new Wu Che board. That's going to be in 2 weeks. Martingale next week. We're doing the Sin 65, which I'm kind of excited to build because I heard that board's supposed to be pretty nice. That's supposed to be like in a few days, actually tomorrow. And then we're doing the Equinix Super 1+1. I'm not too sure what I'm going to think about that board, because I think that's going to be your standard, I don't know if that had flex cuts in it. I can't remember. So we might have to build that a little bit more on the foamy side. It looks cool though. I was kind of hesitant to accept that build, but I'm open to it because it does look cool. And then we have a Bauer 2 from a client, which is gonna be cool. I'm just naming some of the more highlighted ones. We have the Class 80 Round 2, which I'm excited to see how that one there is gonna turn out. I have one called the 3M65, which is interesting. And then we have a whole bunch. The Reflection, someone mentioned that. I think we're gonna be covering the Reflection mid-October. And then we have a bunch more. There's a new QK board that we're gonna be covering. So whole bunch. I'm pretty positive we're all booked up until October 15th at this point. So this is a little PSA for anyone who wants keyboards done. If you guys did, I'm not saying you guys have to do it or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying here, but if you guys were considering getting something commissioned and you guys wanted it soon, I noticed that this time of year, the commission slots go really quick before end of year. So if you guys did want something before Christmas, I know it's only September, but time flies. Now is a good time to do it. The break was so good, Brown Bear.
How was the break?
It was good. I needed it. As you can see, even though I'm tired today, I'm more socially aware of things. And you know what else? I noticed this. I noticed this yesterday. I think I was burnt out. Not burnt out. I don't even know the right word here. But I think I was a little bit exhausted of just taking photos of things. I needed something to change in my creativity, and I needed something to click with my creativity. Oh, this is nice. And that happened yesterday. I was taking photos of, even today, I was taking photos of family, basically. And just something, finally in my head clicked, because I used to be so good at taking pictures of people, and then I think I was just not good at it. I was taking very generic photos that I was not happy with. Maybe some other people might be happy with it, but I wasn't. And then yesterday, today, everything's just clicking again with how to be creative. I even did a write-up, which I'm I haven't really done a write-up in a while, which I was so proud of myself. Lil Six, hope you're feeling better. What's the keycap set on the Envoy? This is Key Kobo Mixed Retro Light. Speaking of photos, it's almost time to buy a new cam, Alex. Ooh. Hey. I'm gonna break it down. I know we talked about this. Oh, was it you I talked about it with? Honestly, I'm gonna say go with the Fuji camera. And it's not because I'm a simp for Fuji at all. Also, to the owner of the board, 7U or 6.25? I suggest 7. But Fuji, just has a little bit more of a creative, I don't want to say non-clinical vibe because that sounds stupid. The Sony's more clinical. The Sony, you're going to get like a shot. It's going to have like a very like flat color profile, in my opinion. And then I think the Sony might excel for like maybe some editing, you know, if you're into the editing process. Okay, wait, let me start over. With your suggestion, we'll do 7U. Let me start over. Let me explain this. When you're going for cameras, and I think this is the new way I can explain things, because I was actually talking about this before. Other than gear acquisition, because gear acquisition will come with any sort of brand that you go with, and you're going to want things, you have to ask yourself, are you taking photos? Like, are you taking photos for the sake of taking photos? Or are you taking photos because you want to capture a moment, right? A lot of people will probably say capture a moment, but some people like just taking pictures and being creative in post-process. Where I find Fuji excels is Fuji lets you do kind of both. Fuji allows you to take a photo for just taking tons of photos and then you can edit the raw files afterwards. But what Fuji also does is it allows you to use in-camera profiles, the film sims, to capture moments and really almost in a lot of cases need no post-processing. So my reasoning behind Fuji is if you're not into the post-processing bit, Fuji excels at that. If you're into post-processing, you'll be good with either or. You might like Sony a little bit more. I've heard a lot of people like the post-processing of Sony cameras and colors, but I'm just more into the more that I get with Fuji, you know? And the ecosystem for Fuji is kind of nice too. Like, Fuji glass is beautiful. It is. I've never edited any photos or videos in my Fuji setup, just straight up. Yeah, a lot of people do not edit at all with their Fuji cameras. Hi, Alex. One of the keyboards, the top case has a channel where you can no longer screw it in. The keyboard is 3 months old. Wait, what happened? Sorry? One of the keyboards, the top case has a channel where you can no longer screw it in. Oh, do you mean one of the threads is stripped? I don't know a good way to fix a stripped. Yeah, the threading is probably stripped, right? Do you guys have a good way to fix that? Anyone in chat know a good way? Also, Pin, thank you so much for the Prime, dude. Thank you. I think if you strip...
Kenny too sus, but it's been an incredible year filled with creativity, growth, and inspiration. Here's to many more years of success, joy, and shared experiences.
Guys,
Keep
thank you
being
so
awesome,
much.
Man.
Dude, that's what I love. I love sharing experiences, and I love hearing about your guys' experience with everything. It's fucking awesome, bro. Yeah, I don't actually know how to fix a stripped thread. I mean, fuck, I don't want to give you misinformation. Yeah, you could re-tap it. But the process of doing that, I've done it like one time ever. There was also a time with a keyboard that now is permanently fixed together. I used thread locker. You could try thread locker. You could try some nail polish. So you'd put nail polish around the screw and screw it in and see if that can like help harden everything inside. And it's not like too permanent. It'll come off with enough pressure. Could try that. But thank you, McClacky. Kenny is too sus, huh? But thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Maybe people can chime in with more context picks. Yeah. If you put it in the Discord too, people can probably chime in a little bit more. I'm excited to try out my mom's Pentax 35mm. She had it in the 80s. Dude, I need to go bother my dad about his Minolta. It's no Pentax. I think I've tried Pentaxes in the past and I loved them when I used to do film stuff. Do you know what you're taking photos of with the Pentax? Or are you just gonna take random pics? Love you, Kenny. Ball spin. Got a little ball spin for you. All right, let's get my brush. Where is my brush now? Where's my brush? I used this to lube switches literally in the AM, and now I can't find it. Oh, here it is. I found some 35 millimeter negatives of my birth. Damn. Are you going to develop them? Film's kind of expensive. I really, really want to get into film. But, long story short, a friend of mine and I were calculating, you know, the cost of all the film and stuff, and we're like, oh, bro, we're gonna go broke. Especially if we end up using, like, rolls a week. Just to know, are we doing any giveaways? Oh, okay, so if you guys are curious about giveaway stuff, I will be doing giveaways. I was going to do it middle of October, but we're kind of busy then. So probably end of October, we're going to be doing a humongous giveaway. I also, just so you guys know now, I did request, because I have like 1 or 2 extra Alex Sotos edition Mode envoys. So I did ask Mode to send me one over, and we'll build one on stream and then give that away too. Yeah, I personally have a few that we kept as backups. So we'll do that too. There's gonna be, like I said, there's gonna be another humongous giveaway before Christmas. And then we'll do Christmas stuff, but the Christmas stuff's not gonna be like the normal giveaways that we do. That'll just be random stuff during, you know. I don't know where the 222 is told to be shipped out. I have no idea where that one there was. And I'm low-key kind of bummed that no one, like... It's not that I wanted someone to post about it. I just wanted someone to confirm they got it. Because that was supposed to be, like, the special card. You know what I mean? I don't care if no one posts about it. Like, it's not that. I just want someone to say, like, confirmed I received it. It was, like, okay. Dude, I need to get the Pantones. I'll get them. If you DM me in Discord right now in the server, I will remember for later, because today I'm not really doing much. I made my girlfriend watch episode 1 of Star Wars yesterday, and now we're gonna watch episode 2 tonight.
Kissing face,
huh? Kissing face. Just Press, thank you so much for the kissing faces. Appreciate you, bro. For the 4 months, man, I appreciate that. So we're gonna watch Star Wars episode 2. I tried to do it with my fiance. We only made it to 3. Really? Can I ask what your fiance thought? Were they just like over it, or was it just not for them? Made her? I mean, ultimately, let's call it what it is. I did kind of have to like make her do it. I don't think she's that interested. She seemed to be okay with episode 1 though. Are you watching it in the order they released? Chronologically. I'm not going to do 4, 5, and 6 first. I'm mainly more interested to see about what she thinks about chronological order. Hilariously bad acting? Oh, I can see why. I know why they'd say that. My wife took it upon herself to watch every Star Wars movie show in order. What did your wife think, Treefinger? Was she like into it though? If she watched it all, she probably was into it. Now this is pod racing. You know, okay. I've seen episode 1 like fucking 1,000 times. And I think last night, because I don't know if you guys know, but Jake Lloyd, the kid who played Anakin in episode 1, he didn't have like, he was, I might be getting his life wrong, but he was heavily bullied afterwards about his role as Anakin. And then he also was diagnosed with like paranoid schizophrenia. It's like he ended up not having like the best life afterwards, and it's a sad story. But I was watching his acting in episode 1, and he acts like a kid. I don't know. I thought I kind of liked like episode 1 Anakin, Jake Lloyd's Anakin. I thought he was okay. Like, he's just a kid, you know? So I don't know. I didn't really see a problem, and I don't understand why he would be bullied for that. The actor did the best they could. I didn't mind Anakin's acting. If I'm being honest, the only thing about the original trilogy that I don't quite understand is the age gap between Padme and Anakin. That's always been a little bit for me. So that's really it. I didn't mind episodes 1 and 2 and 3 though. I think he acts quite well. Yeah, I don't know. I thought like episode 1 Anakin was okay. I think the weakest link in episode 1 was probably to me, the weakest link in episode 1 was how fast-paced the movie was. Like, it just jumped from thing to thing to thing, and then it was like pod racing for 30 minutes, and it was like thing to thing to thing to thing again. Pacing and structure of that was really bad in episode 1. Okay, hold on. Your fiance said that Jar Jar was the worst part. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Jar Jar was the saving grace of episode 1. Personally, his juvenile humor saved that movie. There wasn't enough of Darth Maul. They could have used more Darth Maul. Disagree? I just like Jar Jar, okay? I feel real bad for Jar Jar. He also got shit for playing Jar Jar, right? I think a lot of people got shit for playing roles. The actor did. But didn't they also use him in the more recent, like they just made him a Jedi, or like his actual, like, you know, actor? They put him in, like, what was it again, Obi-Wan? They did, right? Want more Maul? Watch the Clone Wars. I am watching that right now because I've never seen it. I've never watched any of the animated cartoon, nothing of Star Wars animated. So that's what I'm watching right now. Honestly, there's nothing really else on TV that I care for right now. Love how they use the force speed in that one. Yes, dude, I was gonna. Don't go there. There's a lot of things that I feel like are missing from the movies, but whatever. Also, question, is anyone still playing Starfield? I'm just curious to see if the game's change. I don't feel like I think there's an update. I don't feel like even updating it and wasting my bandwidth. But like, still playing it, having a lot of fun. Fuck. I want to like it, guys. But I'm finding it really tough to like it. I haven't even got to the shipbuilder yet. Playing it? Okay, fuck, maybe I will give it another shot. So what I did was to not hate the game. What was wrong with it? I just think I don't know, maybe it's like the combat or something. Maybe it's like the loading screens. There's a lot of downtime in the game. Like, a lot. Like, it's just too much. And, I'm trying to like, I tried to like it. I played a few hours. I stopped and I told myself, let me just give this a few weeks. Maybe there'll be some quality of life stuff. Maybe they'll fix some things. I come from Skyrim, so my expectations are very low. Just waiting for good mods to come out. Yeah. So, I don't know. And I also want to see what other people are thinking too. I have it installed. I only have an NVMe and then a solid state. That's all I have on that computer. There's not much. I don't got much storage on it. And it's on the NVMe. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get KV2. Also, is the music too loud for you guys? Just out of curiosity. I think I did make it a little louder today, but I'm also speaking quite loud, so. Game was great for me. It's a bit loud. Should I turn it down a little bit, guys? I'll turn it down a little bit. How's that? Is that a little better? Decimal down? Or should I do a little bit more? Literally booting up Starfield right now. I'm glad you guys are liking it. I think my expectation was just a different game.
Hey
That's
Alex,
it.
I won the black prototype of the Elysier. It arrives Wednesday. I can't wait.
Can you take photos once you're done your build, Plips? I'm curious to see how you're gonna build it. I also use Game Pass. I wish I did just use Game Pass. I don't know. I think there was a bit of me that was like super confident. I kind of drank the, what is it? How's the expression? I drank the Kool-Aid, and I was like buying into all the hype and reviews, and I was like, oh, this is a good game. And I think I was also coming off of this like, Baldur's Gate reviews were good. This has to be good. And I don't know. I think I disagreed with a lot of the critic reviews of Starfield. But I still want the game to be good because I like the core elements of the game. I just don't like certain parts of it. I don't know if invoices are out for Kohaku yet. Even on the NVMe, it's kind of slow load times and they're everywhere. Crazy to think about how devs have been making games with no load screens to PS2, but Bethesda just don't care. Well, for me, the biggest turnoff in terms of loading screens is just going from planet to planet. It ends up being like 3 or 4 load screens just to get from one planet. Or like, even if you want to explore solar systems to see if there's like a quest you want to do on one or like a good planet to land on, it's like load screen, nothing's there, another 2 load screens, and it's a lot of loading. Did Mass Effect have that? I can't remember Mass Effect at all. Fix up the wires a little bit. I have Elite Dangerous. I'm not good at flying ships. I also think that Starfield in 6 to 7 months will have assuming people listen and they do things to it, will have a lot of quality of life stuff and be a killer game. But who's still playing Diablo 4? Anyone still playing that? Don't think Jedi Survivor deserves the performance or story hate it's been getting at all. I barely play the Star Wars games. Did it not get good? Did it not get good reviews? I erased D4. Yeah. Did you erase it from like your hard drive or your memory as well? I low-key want to get rid of it from my memory. I want to like start fresh and be like, maybe this game will also be good in a few months. I mean, Treefinger, I'm still playing. There's only 2 games I'm playing right now. I'm playing TFT and I'm playing Baldur's Gate. And I'm actually considering reinstalling Cyberpunk. Because I enjoyed Cyberpunk, albeit the missions were kind of repetitive at times, but I still enjoyed it. And then I'm also considering replaying, I was about to say some Destiny 2 as well, because everyone's been talking about how good Destiny's been, but I think the new update is going to give Cyberpunk another go. Yeah, I think that's why I'm going to install it. Is that out yet? I thought, was it out to next month or this month? I can't remember when. But I'm considering playing that game again. There's nothing else I'm playing. Apex I haven't really touched recently, just because we've been kind of on, like me and the guy I usually play Apex with have been playing Baldur's Gate, funny enough. And we're going to give that 2 playthroughs. Me and him decided we're going to give it a good guy perspective playthrough where we do everything nice, and then we're going to do a chaotic playthrough where we just do the most random dumb shit. This is unrelated, but do you find the grip of the XT30 to be enough? So, which is the camera that I like the grip on the most? The XS20 is the best grip on any of the Fuji cameras. I think the XS10 is the same grip. Here, let me show you. This is a dead camera body, but the XS has the nicest grip. It's very, like, you can grab that, you can even, like, hold it from just off your fingers like that. It's really nice. This is the nicest grip I think on any of the Fuji cameras. Let me see, is this Fuji camera? No, the XT series doesn't have the nicest grip. But I don't know what the XT30's grip looks like in person. I don't think I've tried one. I forgot if you can get a battery grip with the XT30. I don't think you can. You know what you can buy though? I don't know if one exists for the XT30, but I don't have my camera here. You can buy these things called thumb grips that get put inside a hot shoe. How'd you get the camera so high? Oh, I use a C-stand. They're relatively inexpensive. You can buy them off of Amazon. You can also buy really expensive ones, but I don't really feel a need to for one camera. Magic levitation. Magnets. Nikon D6500. I have not used Nikon or read into Nikon in probably the last like 6-7 years. Nikon is not a brand that I don't want to say care for anymore. I sold off all my Nikon stuff a long time ago, and I really haven't looked back. They still have good stuff though. Nikon glass is great. Alex is secretly a Jedi and uses the Force to hold the camera during the... That's why I'm always so tired, guys. Mine was included when I bought the XT20 or XT2. The battery grip? That's a pretty good deal if you got that. That's a very good deal. Oh, the thumb grip. You got a thumb grip with yours? That's cool. Thumb grips can get kind of expensive if you buy like really nice ones. You probably don't even need a grip with more of the modern cameras. They have an X100V. X100V prices right now though, depending on how much you're paying, kind of a ripoff. TikTok made that camera so popular, and IMO, it's worth the hype, but I feel like it also inflated the price so much to the point where it's not worth it anymore. A place to buy desk mats. Any vendor. Honestly, any vendor sells so many desk pads at this point. I would shop regionally, wherever you're from, X4. If you're from Canada, there's a lot of stores. I even have a vendor list on my website if you want to look at the regional stores. So many people sell desk pads, and they're usually all in stock these days unless they say otherwise. Lenses and body any day. Yeah, agree with that. I feel like TikTok made the X100V seem like a good beginner camera if you're paying that price just to find out you don't like it. Are those my anime waifus? Oh, these? No, these are... This desk pad's from Key Spencer. It's a cool desk pad though, it's cute. What's up, Streamline? How you doing, bro? I broke the bank for an A7 RV. Damn, you got some good lenses. I've been getting really... I used to hate 35mm and like as a lens choice and a focal length. Now I love it. It's like becoming one of my favorites. And actually another one that I am hoping to get in the next week or two is a 28mm lens, because I think I'm getting more into capturing a larger scene than getting like a small section of something from a distance and getting like, you know, a lot of depth of field. I don't care about that anymore. I want to capture like a whole entire scene. I love it. I've always been like with my 35, I'm like, oh, this is a great photo. I wish it was a little bit bigger. So that's why I'm picking up the 28 as well. That's a great choice of lenses, by the way. And I guess the 24-70, is that like a nice 24-70 too? Hydrate? Got you. I feel like we've been talking about cameras a lot lately. I love it. I fucking love it, dude. Right, we're gonna test the PCB, guys. I don't know if the client already tested it, but we'll give it another go just in case. This guy stinks. Adam! Damn, Adam's so mean to me. I've actually been thinking of trading my 35 f2 for a 23 f2. I love the 35, but it's a little tight. Hey, if you feel like it's not getting the shots you want, trade it. 23s and 28s, and I think 28 is ideal. And the reason why I'll say why I think 20, I mean, it depends on if you're using a crop sensor or not though. 28 full frame is just wide enough to where you're not getting stupid distortion. And if you go any further, like a 24, you're getting a little bit of distortion, which I tend to not like. What's up, my mammals? Where is this? Via. I'm using 50 on my APS-C and it's really tight IMO. If you have a 50 mil meant for crop sensors, then it's an equivalent of what like a 68 or 70 mil. I will once my revision 3 protos come in. Also, thank you, Alex, for all the suggestions. I believe all of what you said was implemented. I have a full copper bottom. Oh, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. I'm hoping the duality does super sick, bro. And I'm hoping that like your fulfillment of it goes super sick. So very proud of you and very happy, man. What was I doing via? 75. Is it 75 mil? Damn. That's the equivalent? Why do I feel like that's so much? Key tester. Honestly though, guys, if you want the funny thing about keyboard stuff recently, or not keyboard stuff, oh shit, sorry about that. I forgot the keyboard sounds were on for the tester. My bad for your eardrums. My B. Hopefully that wasn't loud. Horrible. Sorry, Adam. It's because Adam came in and then I'm just like, I'm nervous, you know? If you want a great Fuji lens that won't break the bank, and if you don't mind this focal length, it's a 35 millimeter, I think it's a 1.4. It's the one I'm using for my face cam. And funny enough, and like I was saying before about what's popular of lenses right now, lenses that give you a vintage feel are actually very popular right now. And believe it or not, a lot of people are actually post-processing and doing editing to make their photos look more film-like. And the reason why some of the older lenses or some of the not as sharp lenses with a lot of character are very popular is because it takes steps off of the post-processing. And I feel like this 35 mil is like a good balance of pretty good sharpness, has some character to it. So I really like this. And it's not like a terribly expensive Fuji lens. In fact, I think it's one of the cheaper lenses for Fuji. Big lens, you feel like a boss walking around with it. The flip side of that though, the truth of that, big lens also equals, man, I hate my life when I'm walking around with it too. Jishi, what's going on, dude? Have I tried lens baby lenses? I don't even know. No, I don't think I have. I'm only recently getting back into my whole love for photography. Like within the last few months. To be honest, guys. Like when I told you guys I was getting back into taking photos is like when I started finding my passion for it again. You said you were hitting the gym. Okay. I'm ashamed, but I have not really been doing a great job of it recently. I want to start again. Like I want to. I've been telling myself like, I think next week I want to hit the gym like once or twice. I have been, on another note though, doing a little better with some eating habits, which I think is equally important. And I think that's kind of where like my mind is sort of focusing myself right now. Like I used to be pretty bad. Like I used to like always have something to eat in front of me, like a snack, not even real food, just like a snack. So that I've been cutting down a lot of. I'm kind of proud of myself. Like I feel like I eat popcorn still quite often, but I feel like popcorn's not a terrible snack to have. And I've been doing the not as buttered popcorn, like the Smart Pop, which is like 180 calories a bag or whatever, even though it tastes like fucking nothing. Well, right now, if you guys want to know the truth, I started off this fitness journey. Again, I've been slacking with the fitness aspect of it, but I guess health journey a few months ago when I talked to you guys about it. And my initial weight was almost 192 pounds. I'm 5'10", roughly 5'11", for good measure. And when I started, I was 192 pounds, and I wanted to get back to what I used to weigh, which was 165, 170. So the first step of that, and Slurpless kind of gave me some tips and pointers because I didn't know where to start, was... Oh, there's Slurpless right there. Was to... he told me... basically the one thing that stuck out, what Slurpless told me, was stop eating at night, which is a bad habit that I have, dude. It's a stupid bad habit. What's that, non-freedom units? I don't know. In Canada, we just use pounds for a weight. It's really weird. I don't remember the kilos. But once I stopped eating at night, I noticed right away some pounds shedded off. In the first week or two. I lost 1 or 2 pounds there. And then I started doing a lot more walking, and then I started with the harder exercises. And I got down to about 179 pounds, which I'm very happy about. But I want to push that last 9 pounds to get to 170. And I think that's where I'm going to be the most comfortable. Because right now I still feel it some days where I'm like, man, I don't feel good about I feel bloated. I feel bad. And even though I'm not eating as much, I just, Dude. You know what we have a bad habit of, but I'm getting a little better. I've been actually okay, again. I'm saying this with love. If you guys are into bubble teas in here, cut out the bubble teas. I'm being fucking so serious. It's like the new big thing. Everyone's so into bubble teas. Just cut those out. Those are pure fucking calorie. And tapioca is not even good for you. It's just, it'll cause bloating and stuff. I've been awful with fast food, had zero motivation. You can still be okay off it. Believe it or not, from what I understand, a lot of blogs and articles I read and health documents, it's not that fast food is bad. It's calorie consumption, right? It's partly calorie consumption. Yeah, if I do get bubble teas now, I get it with either 0 or 30% sugar. And then also I've been using sugar substitutes with my coffee in the morning. And then also today I'm having one because I am so tired. I'm having a 0 sugar Monster, which is probably not good for you, but whatever. It is so hot in this house right now. Toronto's so confusing with heat. One sec. I still get bubble tea, but I always get half sugar. Do you know that one bubble tea drink exceeds the daily limit of sugar for humans? Yeah, bubble tea is not good for you. I'd say in the last month I've had 1 bubble tea a week, which is too much, I think. But the other day we went to pass by the bubble tea place to go get my girlfriend a bubble tea, and usually I get one when she gets one, which was a lot at one point, and I just said, nah, I don't want one today. The weather's just weird here. It goes from being stupid hot to stupid cold to... I don't know, it's stupid. As you can probably see, I'm sweating like crazy inside the house right now. But been substituting for sparkling water. Yeah, sparkling water will do it, dude. Because it's that carbonation that some people really crave, right? I've also been cutting down a shit ton with candies. If you guys might know me from my early streaming days, 4 years ago, I loved candy. And I was eating it like crazy. And I was younger, I wasn't gaining any weight. And then one day it all just gained. So candy is another thing that I'm trying to just completely chop out of my diet. Like I said, I've really only been eating popcorn as a snack. The occasional little bit of chips too, but even chips lately. Actually, you want to know why I've stopped eating chips, guys? Because they're so fucking expensive. Chips is here in Canada, if you want a half decent brand of chips, it's like $5-6 for a bag. And like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I find it very difficult to pay that much for a bag of chips now, when I feel like only a few years ago I could pick up it's like a medium size, not like the family size. I feel like it was like $2.99, $2.50 for a bag of chips. And now it's like $5-6. In some cases, if you want like the Miss Vicky's, the kettle cooked ones, it's like $7 a fucking bag. Dude, they're expensive. Yeah, some of them are $9 depending on the brand too. But I've just been not into buying chips lately. So it wasn't even my willpower. It's just the fact that it's fucking $9. Yeah, I can live without chips too. Chips or whatever. Exceedingly common Canada L. Oh my god, Adam. Food is so expensive at the moment. Yeah. What I find hasn't really changed too much in price is pork chops. If you guys actually want some insight there. Pork chops not that bad. Chicken's kind of up and down pricing. Red meat is I feel like double the price it was a few years ago. Oh, dude, cereal is also another thing that I don't eat anymore. If I do cereals, it's like those granola mixes. And that's like, I think I can count on one hand and still have fingers left over on the amount of times I bought cereal. Yeah, pork tenderloins are great. You can buy so many for like under $6. I don't know why pork hasn't really gone up in price. It's really weird. Perry's famous dinner cut pork chop. Which one's that? You are welcome. I don't know what Perry Steakhouse is. Wait, this looks delish. $49. Oh, is this like really big though? I'm guessing this is only for United States though. I only eat plain cornflakes, but it's like $10 to $12. Yeah, everything's so fucking pricey, man. I do water, coffee, breakfast, popcorn, lunch, popcorn, no dinner. Correct me if I'm wrong though, guys. Is popcorn good for you? If you don't put like salt or... I'm talking just like plain ass popcorn. It's technically good for you, right? Like it's high in fiber, no? Adam, I don't know what to take you serious or not. Isn't it just good fiber? Like, is it not just like a good snack to have? It is, right? Like I assume so. Cereal in America has so much sugar. Yeah, I mean, there's also that side of the fence too. Popcorn's healthy if you eat it plain and don't put too much on it, which is basically how I've been eating it. The odd occasion I put butter. There are plenty of much more micronutrient dense foods. Yeah, the cost of some of those foods though, Streamline, is like also pretty tough. All right, let's put some foam in this bad boy. It's corn, right? Corn isn't really that digestible. It takes like 24 to 36 hours to digest. Does it actually? Mind you, I don't eat a whole lot of corn. Malik, I'm doing pretty good. How about you? What's your guys' question? What is your go-to favorite snacks to have? Like healthy snacks. Maybe we can share some good habits. Pickles? Yeah, I should get back into fruits again. I used to love apples, and then I don't know what happened. Asian pears are kind of pricey. Shrimp chips? Really? I think I've had shrimp chips before. Perfect. I perform the best when slightly hungry, so no snacks for me. You know, I kind of feel that because once I start eating something and I feel like satisfied, I get a little bit lethargic. So I feel that a lot. I really do. Oh man, I absolutely love tangerines, and I think the other one's called mandarins. Those are so good. But aren't those sort of seasonal? One of those is really seasonal, I think. Like, I think it's mandarins that you can only find during like Christmas time or something like that. Tangies sound good. Tangerines are delish. Those are so yummy. Hey Alex, with the Mode Obscuras, do you use the stock springs? I'm fine with the stock springs, but if you want a different weight, then swap them out. That's why I actually asked, when I did my like collab with Mode, when we did the Alex Otis ones, I asked for a little bit lighter springs because I felt like the Obscuras were just a little too heavy. But it was nice. Where the fuck's the bag of switches here? TNT always has mandarins? Mandarins, I almost said. Mandarins. Oh, I got an Apple TV notification. New episode of Daryl Dixon is out on AMC Plus. Let's go, dude. Although I think I'm going to watch that tomorrow. The Alex Otis Obscuras are my favorite switches by a long shot. Really? Yeah, honestly, I think what's the menu of those is what? Oh, God. Not Beeson. It's, what are they called again? Otemu? I like them. They just have like a nice, like, deep feeling to them. You missed the Tangy joke? Are you talking about the switches? I'm assuming. I really want to get the Minecraft diamond switches. Those were nice too. They had a nice sound signature. They were on the deeper side for sure. I really like the Obscuras. The springs are a little heavy, but I'll get used to them. Yeah, if you can get, I mean, like, if you want to save yourself a few extra dollars, you can probably get your fingers used to those springs. They sound so good in the array Geoff gave me. Which ones? The Obscuras? They're pretty much in the same spectrum of, like, goodness as I consider the cream sodas. Joining EU stream, gang, let's go. What's up, Tiger? How you doing, man? Curious, have you gotten any of the Geon BCP switches? I have not yet, no. I think those are on my list to try. My favorite spring is still those TX 55 gram long springs. I have so many that I bought. I bought them in, like, I swear to God, like, bulk. So, did I miss a hydrate from before? I feel like I might have. Also, just to thank everyone again, Just Press, thanks for the resub from half an hour ago. Just in case I didn't. I know I've been reacting to them, but Plips, thank you. And then thank you everyone for the follows as well, guys. Really appreciate your support and love. Hydrate. We love Geoff, dude. Have you tried the new Adam? Nice try. Nice try, Adam. Adam, I think you're going to need to do a name change on Twitch. Because every time I double check now when I'm reading shit from you. So, nice try though. What would you suggest for me to choose out of the mode boards? What layout do you want? That's the most important thing, right? What layout are you looking for? Adam is famous for trolling me. It does make you wait like 6 months, and then you're not even guaranteed the old name back. I know that from experience because I'm the biggest idiot when it comes to that. So if you guys didn't know, quick story. Originally this channel was called Alex Odo Streams or something. I don't remember what it was called because I couldn't get Alex Odos. And I waited about 6 months and could not get Alex Odos. I tried emailing Twitch like, hey, listen, that account, like, someone logged in, like someone logs into it. And I was like, fuck, man, that sucks. Then one day I was on my laptop and I realized that the guy who had Alex Odos was me. And it was another account that I had because I forgot my other account and logged into a new one on my laptop. So it was me the whole time. And then I changed the name on this account and had to wait it was like a year of having the wrong username.
Ty for always having a safe, chill space to vibe and talk about hobbies.
Love you, Malik. Yeah, man, I'm a big hobbyist, so I love having this like space here, and I hope you guys all still enjoy it. Dude, it's true. I am my own worst enemy in this case. Imagine this story with sad music in the background. And I realized, wait, it's not starting up yet, hold on, that it was me on the other account. Anyways, it was about a year of having that name, Alex Odo Streams. And I should have just switched the accounts anyways, but very sad. It was very, very, very sad. Anyways, I played myself basically, so I did basically play myself with that. It's okay though. Live and you learn. I bought the PC Envoy because I already know I'm going to lose the PC Kohaku raffle. Hey, you never know. How many are there of the PC Kohakus? Needs black and white filter. I should set up the sad scene again. I'll set it up for you guys. Oh, is there only 100? Why did I think there was 250? Why did I think there was 250? Why isn't this sitting nice? Is it because the plate is warped a little bit? No, it's because this one switch. Solder this. Actually, let me boot up the soldering iron now. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys know how I feel. If you guys feel like you have too many of one thing or just want some variety, then don't just buy it because it's hype, right? Buy what like interests you and not just what you think is a good investment. I'm not saying anyone here is trying to invest in anything, but I feel like it's a common trap that people sort of fall into. 100 B stock, 100 normal, 100 B stock. Oh, so there was like 200 units then. I wonder how much B stock PC has. Are we back? That is so dumb. It's not even my internet. It was just Twitch. Because my music's still going. I was able to load web pages. You're off sync now? I'm off sync? It's scuffed? I don't know if it's just me. Try to refresh it. I just ended streaming and came back. So it shouldn't be off sync. I think it was just Twitch. It probably just cut the connection for whatever. It's synced for me. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell happened there. I actually don't know. Can we have a scuffed mustache zoom to confirm working? I actually don't have that scene. It doesn't exist because it doesn't work with OBS. Choice since you were talking about it. I just sold my Jane and lost like $700 on it. I don't see them as investments. When I buy a board, I just accept it as a loss. That's, to me, personally, it's the healthiest way to go about anything. Because I'm going to tell you this, even in the camera world, I mean, keyboard world too. So many times I see, but it's a good It's a good investment. It's a good investment. I'm buying this because it retains value. Bro, stop. Just like, you're just literally baiting yourself into buying more shit. I hate that argument because I've seen it in the camera world. You can say it's a great investment. You don't want to know when it's only a great investment? When you don't use it and you put it under like a case so there's no dust on it and you just keep it on a shelf. Maybe then it's a good investment. But the moment you use it and it has any sort of wear, it is no longer a good investment. It like Streamline just said, it's just cope. You're just coping. That's it. It's a terrible way to think. Terrible. Yeah, exactly. Just use it and enjoy it. If it's worth something afterwards, that's a plus. It's healthier to just go about thinking that if you're going to spend $1,000 on something, you spent $1,000. You spend $500 on something, you spent $500. That's it. But it works for cameras though, by use sell after, but you're never going to get 100% of your value back. And I've seen even in like the expensive camera world, guys who buy Leica stuff for like thousands of dollars, and then it's worth like 1/3 afterwards because the condition isn't 100%. Or it's like not a rare thing, you know, like regular off the shelf is not always going to be investment worthy. Do we have enough? I think we're short switches. I might have to go grab some. Yeah, I'm definitely short a lot of switches. I probably have to go grab some more Gatoron inks from the front. Panic? A little smudge, but it's okay. Let me turn off my soldering iron then. It's going to be a little while. I am short 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 switches. Just fill it in with something at hand? No, because we have to solder it in. And this is a client build. So I am gonna... Kenny, did you just put in a build request? I just got that. I never really understood the self-argument for investment. Like, I find investment to be from something that lasts long, like such travel gear. Yeah, I underpacked. You know what's funny, G National? This is like, and this is no one's fault at all. It happens, right? I have extras. That's why I have extras, right? It only ever seems to be people who send me Gatoron inks. That's the only switch I've ever had to like bust out my backup stuff and use backups. It's just GAT inks. I have no idea why. So I think I need to order like some more GAT inks just as backup stuff. 6, right? I have Desky films and lube, so we'll just do 6 more really quick. 1 second, guys. Man is prepared. So, one of the things that's important to me for doing keyboards and commissions is having backups of everything to avoid extra costs for clients. I mean, this used to be full. I don't really use Gattings for myself because I don't really love Gattings. But it's all personal preference, right? But this used to be full. So I need to order some more for backups. Switch opener. I was not prepared to do this right now. Did you swap the Stellar 12 for the Stream Deck? When I had this, well, when I swapped to OBS, because OBS had certain properties that were better for what I wanted to do. Oh, by the way, what springs are these? In this, is this stock springs? G National? I have other springs if we need to swap these too. Because you know what I'm going to do then? I'm actually going to put your switches on all the alphas. And I'll put my switches in this cluster right over here. Because I feel like this cluster doesn't get used that much. Note to self, if ever commissioned sound like 10 extra. I usually ask people to send extra, but mistakes happen, right? And I also carry extras just in case. Bro, I've had people forget like whole boxes of things, Alex. And it happens, right? Dude, Hawk, love you too, man. Dick Valentine, what's going on, bro? So I just can't use the Stream Deck with OBS anymore. It doesn't work. It straight does not work for whatever reason. Ultimax.
Did you see the new KV2 with Kohaku backplate?
They have a Kohaku backplate for the V2? Okay, I might have missed that. It says in the submission form, I just miscounted. I mean, that's yeah, it happens. Also, G National, I just need to know what springs were in here. Quick question, did you see the IC for the board designed by Devour? First of all, how you doing? Second of all, I don't think I have. What board was that? I don't think I have, though. Stock springs? Perfect. Got you, dude. We'll lube everything right now. Oh, you guys get to see me lube switches on stream. So I apply a little bit of lube on the bottom of the spring. Stick that bad boy back on the bottom. I avoid putting any sort of lube near the center well of the spring, because that could transfer into the center well of the bottom housing, which makes the switches sound and feel like absolute garbage. Place your film down. Alt account. Adam, are you fucking serious? That's crazy, Adam. That's crazy, dude. I have to remember that alt account now. That's why I looked in really close. I have to fucking sit here and remember that in case he tries it again. I returned to the hobby a year later. I'm glad you still make us happy. Hey, dude, I try my best. I mean, it works both ways. You guys make me super happy, so. Except for Adam. He just makes me sad. Guy only lives to troll me, bro. I swear to God. I'm joking. I love you, Adam. Totally joking. Why is the KV2 so cheap compared to the Kohaku? Amounts, maybe? Is it sad or disappointment? It could be a mix of both. Perfect. Sounds just like the other ones. I need 5 more. Well, thank goodness. Thank goodness this isn't a Switch I had no extras of. I keep all stock of basics, but... Do you think it's worth going for long poles in the Neo 65? You can go for either or. Oh, this one here is already lubed. I've already lubed a few of them, but I'll just re-lube it quick. You could try. You could try with long poles. I think it'll sound good with either, though, truthfully. Just reapply some over there. That's good, though. Have you thought of any other keycaps that would work with your AE Envoy? Believe it or not, that stone color is pretty versatile. It's more the orange accent that's probably not as versatile. But green would look really cool. What's up, Scotty? How you doing, man? Such a nice board. I like it too. It is quite nice. Taking long pulls. What makes a long pull? So see this at the bottom right here, this guy. This is extended on long pulls. And that will make the bottom out quicker, which in turn also makes the switch a little bit louder too. And it's why you kind of have that signature kind of clack on the long pulls. What's my WPM? Who's asking? Why do you guys want to know this information? It's not that high. My WPM, I'm lucky that it's 2 digits. I type with 2 fingers, bro. On a good day, maybe 60, 70 words. On a normal day, I'd probably say 50, 60 words. I type with my pinky only. The only times I get shit from people on, especially YouTube, of like, why do you own a special keyboard if you can't type the fastest ever? Why aren't you typing super fast? And it's just kind of like, don't sit there and patronize me for this kind of stuff. I'm allowed to like things and be into things without being the best at it, you know? If I break 40 on monkey type, it's a miracle. Dude, honestly, I feel the same way. Whenever I get above 50, I'm like, it's a good day. That's the bar I set for myself. We're not in this for the performance. I mean, even if I wasn't, if I was in it for like the typing, then that's one thing, you know? But I'm clearly not. I clearly could care less about typing speeds. And I think people just like have it in their mind. It's like, that might be like what they're into, but they're just so mean about things that they can't see that like someone else is into something different than them. Also, with something like, in fact, typing slower gives you much more time to cherish each keystroke. You know what? Hold on. Stink, that was a beautiful thing you just said. It's so true. I agree with that. The slower you type, the more you get to enjoy every keystroke of your custom keyboard. That truly was Fivehead. That was a beautiful thing you just said. I wish I could pin that on the top of the stream forever. Unfortunately, I can't, but I wish I could. Oh yeah, Alex, that silver thing with your signature, it's a sticker. Really, Slurpless? It's a sticker. It should be. I've peeled some off myself and used them. Maybe you have to be really careful. Poor Teja never enjoys. No, he never enjoys it, man. He types too fast to enjoy it. Teja types way too quick to enjoy his keyboards. Oh, this is already looped on the bottom. I'm joking, by the way. Teja types and enjoys keyboards perfectly fine. Okay. Another film in. The speed we type at sort of determines our switch preferences, in my opinion. Yeah, there's that too, for sure. To a certain degree, that could affect something, yeah. Bring back Teja memes, please, chat. Well, I think Teja needs to, mature as a streamer. He's too new to have memes yet. Too new. I agree. The new streamers like Teja types don't understand the importance of typing slow. It's true. I agree with that. I can get behind that 100%. Yuri, What's going on, Yuri? How are you doing? Thank you for the raid. If you guys don't know, Yuri's an amazing content creator and also a very consistent streamer. So if you guys want, I mean, he kind of does stream different times than me. I feel like he streams pretty early. So if you want to catch different time zones streaming, Yuri's an awesome dude. I love Yuri. Awesome content, pretty active in the community as well. Love that guy. That raid not jump scared me. The sound did? Can he type faster than Teja though? I feel like Teja's pretty fast at typing. He's like what, 140? Pretty wild. At one of the meetups I was at, someone typed at like 165, 170, which was crazy to me. That was like, man, what on earth? It's Fabs. Thank you so much for the tier 1, by the way. I put it on the back of my PC Envoy. I think it made it sound better too.
Hey.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, man. Used to be 140. How does anything over 100 exist? I'm in the same boat. Also, it's Fabs. Thank you so much again, dude. All right. Crisis averted. We now have the proper amount of switches for this client build. Client, don't stress about the switches. That's on me. Don't stress. Few. Don't stress about it. We got it now. I also don't think I can read over. I mean, I'm not good at reading anyways. I tend to jump ahead with reading and I miss words. Perfect. Again, one thing I'm going to stress every time I stream, I don't care. I'm doing this every single time. When you guys are assembling your keyboard, my number one thing that I feel like a lot of people miss, and I say this just because I do disassemble a lot of keyboards as well for clients, make sure everything is properly pushed in. And I'm talking like flush as you possibly can. This is where flex cuts make it a little tougher sometimes, but try your best. Make sure everything's flush, nice inside the keyboard here. If it's not flush, you could get small little gaps of things, which could, create a little bit of a rattle, a whole bunch of different sounds that might not be favorable to you. So just, like Aaron just said, massage the keyboard. I'm not flush, no. I wish I was. I wish, bro. I think my girlfriend just laughed at something. Never shares it with me. That's crazy. Did you flush? I try when I remember. I'm joking. I do flush. What mouse is that? It is just an MX Master Pro with paint. It's been painted. Although it's getting really old. As you can see the discoloration from my thumb. I let it marinate? Ew. Adam! What the? Dude, this is like super jazzy music right now. I feel like we're on a Teja stream. Let me grab my solder. Save water, don't flush. I've still never used a bidet. I really want to try one. Bidets will spoil you? That's what I'm worried about, right? I'm worried about that. I'm worried I'm going to try one and be like, bro, this is the best thing ever. What have I been missing? But I am worried about that. You can never comfortably use the toilet outside. That's a dangerous thing. A dangerous thing to do. Just sit on the bathroom sink. What the? Thank you. I appreciate you, Nocturnal. Love you, dude. Thank you so much for the Prime and using it here of all places. Come on, bro. Love you. But they gotta be way better than using your hands. That's the. Oh yeah, if you want to do a great joke to someone, by the way, let me tell you guys the best dad joke. All right, let me hit you guys with this real quick. So go up to someone. I'm not gonna do it to you guys because I've done it too many times. Go up to someone and be like, "Hey, bro, like, just like a group of friends. Obviously, not a random person. This might be kind of weird if it's a random person. Be like, hey, what hand do you use to wipe?" And a lot of people, like, they're not gonna think. They're gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, I use my right hand. You know, like, why wouldn't I? I'm right-handed." Some people will be like, "Oh, yeah, I use my left hand." And then just hit them with the. That's kind of weird, bro. I use toilet paper. I don't use my hands. Hit them with that, bro. And then their face will just be like, oh my God. Like, they'll just be like so annoyed that you did that to them. Every person outside of here, obviously, where I can like see a facial expression I've done that to, hates me. And then you hit them with the front or back. I don't quite understand that one. Am I liking the switch alignment here? I am. Perfect. For some reason, when there's no toilet paper in the bathroom, the extra paper be anywhere but the bathroom. You know what I've noticed too? Even our condo has this. A lot of the newer developed places, they have the toilet paper on the left. Okay, I know I'm pausing a lot of things. They have the toilet paper. Imagine you're sitting here this way. I feel like on my parents' house and a lot of the older homes, they have the toilet paper here on the right side. And it's like a little bit more forward where it's easy to grab. But all the newer places, they have it on the side of a cabinet to the left that's like a meter behind you. And you gotta like twist and throw your back out to get the toilet paper. I don't know why they do that for. Kind of ridiculous to me. Kilo, hydrate? I got you, dude. I mean, I like the tempo because I like 60%. I think I still enjoy the Envoy more. And I think it's just because I can achieve a brighter sound signature from the Envoy. So my preference does lean towards the Envoy. Ultimately, the Envoy and the tempo are essentially the same structure of keyboard. So it really comes down to, do you want a little bit more of a brighter sound signature and a 65? If so, Envoy. Or do you want a little bit more of like a denser keyboard with a little bit more of a bassier, sort of fuller sound, like the tempo? That's what I've kind of narrowed it down to. I learned a guy at work faces the toilet and stands up while he's wiping. There's some interesting things people do while using the washroom. I will say that. Alright, let's solder this all together. I mean, for me, the reason why I like the smaller keyboard is because it takes up, you know, even if it's a little bit of less desk space, it makes my desk feel bigger and ultimately makes me happy. And I don't even use all the rest of the keys, so is a flexible board a big difference for people who bottom out harder in terms of fatigue and finger stress? My joints end up hurting. Evan, you know what you should try? An Alice style keyboard. Right? Because when you're typing on a regular keyboard, you're doing this. You're typing like this. If you type on an Alice, you get to relax your hands a little bit more and type more on an angle. So if you're typing for long periods of time and you're noticing that this is starting to bother your wrists over here, because you're kind of pronating your wrists outwards like this, it's like a weird boom boom. Try switching to an Alice keyboard, or just even to something ergonomic, Oh, your fingers. Like over here? Look. That could be like a flexy thing. I've never experienced that. Yeah, I was about to say you might. I don't mean to like put an idea in your head, but like, I don't think that's a common thing for finger fatigue that way. If it's in a joint, if it was just your muscles, that's one thing. But if it's a joint fatigue, I would suggest, again, I don't mean to put or scare you in any sort of manner. Perhaps talk to a doctor about that. You do rock climbing? Yeah, maybe it could be a typing angle thing too. I mean, if you know you're healthy, Evan, maybe a spring weight difference, maybe a typing angle difference. Could be something like that. It happens in the winter. Shit, I don't know. Joint stuff's super bad. I'm not comfortable doing joint stuff and joint like recommendations for that other than wrists, because I know a little bit about that. But fingers, eesh, that's where it starts to get scary, because that's leaning in the territory of like arthritis and stuff like that to some degree too. Yeah. If you're certain it isn't, perhaps try a spring weight. Perhaps try a lower angled keyboard. Like, do you know the springs you're using now for the keyboard you have? Alice Lates are okay for gaming. I don't think they make that big of a difference for gaming, to be honest. You end up shifting your keyboard around anyway, so it doesn't even matter. You can train it too. If I'd second lower angle keyboard or try lighter springs. Okay, so we have some people also suggesting the same thing. Hey, you guys are awesome. Thanks for being awesome. I found using an Alice board really reduced my fatigue massively. A lot of people would be surprised in how much an Alice board might actually help them. It's subtle, but it does reduce some of that, again, pronation of your wrist, right? Or I guess angle. I don't know if pronation is the right word, but it does help. PC Envoy or PC Kohaku? Me personally, they're both great keyboards, and I'm not saying this to cop out of an answer. I would probably go with the Kohaku just because I like it visually a little bit more. And they both have a sound signature that I really like. But strictly because I like it visually, the Kohaku. If you didn't care about visuals, doesn't matter which one you go with. I think they can both sound fantastic. Let's put the pin here. You're gonna make Mode cry? That's okay. I'm being honest. Most ergo keybs are bad. In what aspect? There are certain ones that are obviously better than another, but Blade rerun when? I think I developed a really bad habit. Oh. So do you think you're just typing too hard? If you are typing on something that's like really high spring weight, then yeah, you might be. Because dude, when I went through a phase where I tried a 75 gram spring, and after a week of trying it on that keyboard, I could not deal with it anymore. And I felt like my fingers were so tired after an hour worth of gaming. And I'm not even doing much on the gaming, right? So I swapped back to like my normal 55, 60. Right now though, believe it or not, I use the Unicorn pretty often too, and that actually has pretty heavy springs in it. But I am comfortable again with like a 65 to 70 gram spring. I feel like it kind of depends on where you're at. Oh, your FLX Virgo shipped? Let's go. It's a nice keyboard. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, because there's flex cuts on this, I am individually soldering one pin for the next few switches that I see fit, and then pushing up and reflowing the solder, because it doesn't stay very well in the flex cut PCB here. It's like this guy here too. It's like one of the nuisances of using flex cuts in PCBs. Tends to not sit proper. I swapped from 330 to 340 for another keyboard that I was doing, and I haven't switched back. But I typically solder at 330. The only reason I switched to 340 is because I was doing Milmax sockets, and the PCB I was soldering to, for some reason the solder was not flowing very well on the pads at 330, so I had to switch to 350, and I think towards the end I switched back to 340 because I don't like soldering that hot. .340 is okay too though. Slap some Weathers or Konkatsu. Oh, yeah, that's a nice set. Milmaxing is also pretty nice. I like Milmaxing keyboards. MX Blacks are super consistent switch. I find that's maybe a little debatable with the stock springs, personally. Cherry stock springs, not that great. Maybe that's just me. Stock springs are for those who like touch typing. Yeah, it's all preference. I still like swapping things out, and I don't touch type. I always need to cherry pick my MX Blacks. I can't say I've also had that experience with my MX Black switches. The Vint Blacks, yeah, I cherry pick those. Those I find are pretty bad sometimes. Alright, let's solder these guys in now. We've established a baseline for our keys. Are vintage blacks worth it? I think, I don't know if you guys here have used vintage black switches. I think there's a pretty big difference between vintage blacks and more modernized like switches for cherry. I think there's a bit more of like a scratchy sort of feeling from the older ones, which you can't really get on the newer ones. I don't like breaking in vintage blacks. I kind of like them as is. harvesting Vint Blacks for the first time was definitely a lesson learned that you really do need to get lucky. And that new old stock is rare, but Golden Phenomena, yeah, it's why I have a bunch of new old stock vintage, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get any more because I think I got really lucky with a whole bunch of mine from a guy I used to buy from. So 0305 is a little longer, I believe, than 7305, but I think the lip on the top, if you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's the exact same. Just 7305 is a shorter tail to it. Cherry picked and hand broken in hyperglides are just fine. Maybe that's what I need to do with my hyperglides. Cherry pick them. I don't know. Maybe. How far back would you go? Like, what you consider vintage? Would you guys consider the 90s vintage? Out of curiosity? Because I once was sold a pack of vintage Cherry Blacks from the 90s. I don't know. I don't know if that's considered vintage, though. Not 1900s. 1990. The late 1900s? Damn, wait, no, wait, that means the same thing. Can we not call it that? Listen, NV, can we not call it the late 1900s? Because that just means I was born in the late 1900s. Can we not call it that? You're just making me feel really old. Last century? Can we not say that either? Can we just say 20 years ago? Can we just, like, do that? That's my favorite way to hurt myself. Fuck. I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like that. That's not something I'm into, you know? I personally would never buy 7305s. Oh wait, no. Sorry, hold on, Zach. You said 0305s. My bad. I thought you said 3305s. 0305s are really tall and have a really thick lip on the top. I think I'm getting my things correct now. 0305 is great in my opinion. It's really easy to solder in. It's just some people might not like that it's a little bit raised. I typically use 3305 now. I was using 0305 just because it's like cheaper. It's so easy to solder in. Most keyboards doesn't even matter. But I just stock 3305 because most people complain that they want 7305s, and I think 3305s are the best out of all three of those. I refuse to solder in 7305s. They're too tedious. Although I've done it a number of times now. But I'm talking more for myself. I feel like you maybe can go plateless with that. But I still don't recommend it. $20 to $100 years ago were considered vintage. Damn. So I'm vintage. That's crazy. I've only watched the 2 episodes so far of the Clone Wars, but dude, I am loving it so far. I haven't had time to watch anything else. We're doing like a Star Wars week here with me and my girlfriend, so you already know I'm about to get crazy when Star Wars Episode 3 comes out. Or, for us. Like when we get to it. I'd cherry pick you? Please, Mint. You'd be my first choice. There'd be no need to cherry pick. You're a classic. Hey, thank you, bro. I ordered a Haven TKL and I want to do a half plate. Was curious about mil-maxing. I mean, you could probably get away with it. You can even just try one switch and see how it works. Maybe even on a spare PCB. Also, sorry for the longer build today, guys, in case people wanted to see the finished product earlier. I think the slowing down of me having to lube 6 switches maybe caught us for a little bit of a surprise. Battle droids are hilarious. Yeah, they're pretty funny. I was wondering, is it smart to loop and prep switches 3 months in advance? Yeah, you can totally prep switches early. Dude, I have switches that I've prepped for other boards that I've never even built yet that I'm completely confident they'll be fine. It is totally A-okay. The Clone Wars movie? It's set right before the show? Are you talking about like the actual movies, or is there an actual like Clone Wars animated movie? If so, I have not watched that. I don't know much about the Clone Wars animated stuff, other than I watched the first 2 episodes. That's it. And we are finished. Oh, CGs are fine. You can, honestly, dude, it's totally okay you do that. Nothing wrong with pre-prepping stuff. How much is the Space 80? I think it was what, 3 something when it retailed? 370 or something? Do you guys remember the price of the Space 80? I certainly do not remember it. Move this guy. Actually, no. There's something in here I need to grab first. Do I feel like I need to tune any of these right off the bat? Yeah, I'll tune them later. Star Wars, I binged the original trilogy this weekend. Did you like it? Have you never seen it before? Tarkovsky's version slaps? Is that the Clone Wars ones? What are we talking about there? I'm not too familiar with anything to do with the original trilogy stuff. Or not original trilogy, the Clone Wars stuff. This is all new to me, this stuff here. Got feet, which I'll need. Can I put the feet on now? Yes, I can. Let's put that on now. Oh, I remember the old one that was close to Samurai Jack. That's right. I remember that too. I never watched it. I never did, bro. Clone Wars technically starts with the movie? Shit, am I watching the animated series wrong then? You should def watch the 2008 Clone Wars if you want to see Ahsoka be introduced. Hold on, wait. Pause, everyone pause for 1 sec. What am I watching then? I'm watching the 3D one. Is that the 2008 Clone Wars? Movie first? Shit. Okay, well, I'm only 2 episodes in, so I can watch the movie. God damn, there's so much stuff. All right, this one, and this is a movie. Okay, I'll watch this. I'll watch this tomorrow night. It'll be my tomorrow night thing. There's so much stuff. What should I eat for dinner tonight, guys? I really don't know what I want to eat. I want something kind of light, though. I don't want something heavy. Popcorn? The desk pad is from Space80. I don't remember what it's called, but it's from that website, Space80. Sushi sounds okay. I would have to pick something up, though, because we went to a family thing earlier, and I don't think we have I think we might have like pierogies that we can quickly make, so we might have to pick something up. We didn't really prep for dinner today. Ramen. The only reason I'm gonna say no to ramen is because ramen technically, like if you put the powdery stuff, I feel like it's pretty high in sodium, and I don't feel like having a lot of, I don't feel like having a lot of sodium today. I'm probably gonna watch Bad Batch. Bad Batch seems really fun. Oh, one more screw. All right, so now I need these guys. These are extras. This is the LED thingy. And that's really it that I need from here. But we're gonna put the gaskets on the keyboard because I don't like putting them on this plate. It is super irritating. So put the gaskets on. I know the salt makes it taste great, but like lately when I have a lot of sodium, I feel like shit. Custom lightsabers? I feel like there's someone else in our Discord who also has a bunch of custom lightsabers. I don't remember who it was though. Low key, I've always wanted to get into that, but it's a rabbit hole. It's a path I don't want to go down, honestly. I'm already down keyboards and I'm getting back into my camera gear stuff. And that's enough hobbies for me. Audio I'm completely out of. I could care less about audio stuff these days. Could fucking care less. I went into audio, I was like super into it, and I think I left audio feeling like I got into a hobby that was very, very subjective and snake oily. So I'm just over the audio portion of my hobby adventures.
32 months already.
Fearness.
3 years. Alex Zopog, also lovely to see you stream this evening. Hope you are having a good one.
I love you, man. I hope you're having a great day, Fearness. Dude, I want to do something special for subs who reach like 2 or 3 years. I need to figure out something I want to do. Maybe it'll be like a card I mail out or something. I don't know. I want to figure something out. Because that's easy to find out who's been subbed that long because there's like a list in Twitch. Audio is not only a big rabbit hole, it's also like... It is such a hyped up... It's a hobby propped up on like feeling cool because you bought something. Does that make sense? I don't know. I enjoyed my time in audio, but I also didn't. I really didn't. That would be cool. Maybe I could do like a desk pad or something. Maybe I can get some like desk pads made for like 3-year subs or 2-year subs, and then only send them out signed or something, or with a signature on them. That'd be fun. Maybe I could do that. Dude, this keyboard has a shit ton of gaskets. That's why I said we're probably gonna spend 20 minutes doing gaskets today. I never understood why they did so many, but the keyboard ultimately doesn't sound or feel bad, so it is what it is. They probably could have done without them. But that was part of the criticism I gave this keyboard when it first came out, if you guys remember. And they ultimately fixed that in the later renditions of like what Gray Studios has been doing by using sleeves. So you technically don't even need to apply the gaskets, you can just pick what sleeves you want. That would instantly be my favorite mat. Curious, have you ever been bored of keyboards at one point? No. Oddly enough, keyboards has always been something I've liked. And again, I think the reason why I like keyboards isn't some sort of like, oh, it's a tool that we use every day. Like, it is. It's a tool that we use every day. Like, I get to experience it every day. But so is audio. Like, I use audio every day. But the difference is you can technically build audio stuff. But with every keyboard, you're kind of building it. So it's a sense of pride of, yeah, I built this. Look at this. It's awesome. And I think the other thing is keyboard, like the barrier of entry to get into keyboards, other than price point, is actually pretty low. Like when you think about it, there's only 4 parts to a keyboard that you have to pick up, which is the keyboard kit, which usually comes with a PCB and plate. And then you have to pick up the keyboard kit, the switches, stabilizers, and keycaps. And that's it. Yeah, you have to pick up some tools to build things, but it's not terribly difficult. So when you think about it like that, and if it's something that you're interested in, well, cable, you only really need one. And once you kind of get into it, like you're into it, right? And then it's fun going through the motion of building a whole bunch of different things. And I have the luxury of building keyboards for you guys. So there's also that aspect of I get to make other people happy. So it's not something I easily get bored of. I like making people happy. And that's why I've always said, even on stream, I like streaming because I like making people happy and smile. So there are some days where I feel like, yeah, we're doing keyboard stuff, but ultimately it's something that happens in the background. Like we're never... there's so many gaskets. It's never something I'm like losing sleep over. All right, I'm gonna put no foam on the bottom for this for now, and we'll see how this sounds. I don't remember if I like it with or without. Okay. Compliment for Karan. Hey, Karan, listen. I know I've given you this compliment a few times, but I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Want to say that first of all, I appreciate you. All right. And I want to tell you that your work, your keyboard photography, just like whatever you're doing right now to drive yourself to be creative, I'm noticing that, bro, and it's truly inspiring. Also, love you, dude. I hope you can keep up that drive. And if you feel like maybe burnt out from it or whatever, again, know that I've been noticing it. It's been, not that it matters, but like, someone in the world has definitely taken to your work and been like, yo, this is inspirational. I want to work harder too. Love you, dude. This is... oh, shit, wrong button. Gonna put these gaskets in A+. I swear I literally I literally dreamt about Analog Dreams the other day. I've also had dreams about keyboard stuff. Schwinn!
Alexot Big Pog.
Oh my gosh. What's up, Schwinn? How you doing, dude? Tell us then about the dream? Oh, I've dreamt about I've dreamt about the dumbest things when it comes to keyboards. It's really just like me building things. Like that's it. It's nothing crazy. Like one time I had a dream that I was watching a movie and lubing switches, and when I woke up, I was like, why did I dream about that? I only think foam can go on boards with plastic cases these days. Most people are switching to using alternative mounts. Foam gaskets, they're still around, but I think most people are switching to like the gasket socks and stuff like that. It's just easier. I dreamt once that I forgot to lube the switches in the board. That sounds like a bad dream. That's a dream I would not like. I'm good, how are you? I'm doing pretty good today, man. I'm building keyboards, working on being a little bit creative. I think I've been a little bit behind on doing a few things in the keyboard world, but I don't know. Just honestly, I'm doing things at my own pace. I hope you guys can enjoy it too. I hope you guys can take some inspiration from that as well. But I'm not in a rush. So I'm enjoying life, man. Crazy how taste changed too. I used to be foam everywhere kind of person, but then I realized that foam isn't a good thing usually. It's a preference thing. It's always been a preference thing. My idea of what makes a good keyboard has changed a lot in the last few years. I would say that before I used to be like, oh, it's totally fine if a designer wants to do this, and I still agree with that. But I think one big thing that I've changed maybe in my ideology is, yes, you can design something however you want, but I think one more noticeable aspect is now I think of, well, why wouldn't you design, like why wouldn't someone who's selling the keyboard also design it to be the most flexible thing ever to get more people to want their keyboard? But I think it's a double-edged sword because you don't have to design something like that. That's just my ideology now. It's like the best keyboard will sound good with foam, without, without a plate, with a plate, all the, flavors in the world, it'll sound good. But that's not necessarily the be-all and end-all of building things. I just think that just covers the majority of what people would want. What do you guys think something's changed for you? Also, thanks for the follows, guys, and the subs. I really appreciate it today. Love you guys. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think that's really it. Other than me also not really liking tactiles these days, that's really my biggest keyboard change or shift. Gasket replacements? Ooh, I actually don't know. Does anyone sell gasket replacements? I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, they are probably kind of hard to find, huh? I remember my first build had as much foam as I could jam into the case. 3 layers of tape, PCB foam, and plate foam with tactiles. Now I have no foam and linears, and not even a year later. I'll say this again, dude. It's funny that you say that, Zach. I feel a lot of people start off with I want the thocky experience in quotations, or I want that like really marbly sounding keyboard. What people don't realize is it's also super fatiguing to type on keyboards like that. Like, for me, hearing all those deeper sound notes and was just tiring mentally. But then when I type on a brighter keyboard, I feel great about it. Like, I don't feel tired typing on it. It's weird. But I think bassier sounds usually are more fatiguing. It's just fatiguing to your ears. That's it. Like, mentally, it's like you're hearing lots of bassy notes, and that's typically a little bit more fatiguing to your ears, like tiring. Have you ever tried Swag Keys keycaps? I have. Honestly, there isn't a whole lot of bad PBT out there, but there also isn't a whole lot of... It's the PBT ones you're talking about, right? But I'm also not into a lot of... I'm gonna replace this gasket with this one here. I'm just not into PBT anymore. You think everyone's ears are different too, right? All right, we are done, and I need these guys for the plates. YouTube mainstream channels promoting Thok. It's a transition thing though, right? Like, when you see a lot of the mainstream YouTubers or like mainstream like TikTok people doing keyboard stuff, they are talking about like the thockier sounds, and I think that's totally fine. That's what they're into. But I also feel like that's a sound that a lot of people use to get into the hobby until they can explore sounds that they like. Because it is so different. Like that whole deeper, that whole deeper sound profile, like the marbly sound profile that people talk about, is so different from your day-to-day keyboard that it's so intriguing. So a lot of people end up really liking it. And it becomes that gateway sound. into the hobby. Like it too, and then get pulled into the same thing happened to my sister. Oh, to get into the hobby? Someone's car alarm is going off. Alrighty. Actually, do we need to? No, right? Because there's already one here. Oh, there's already one installed, the diffuser. I think it's just an extra one. I still have 1 or 2 boards with PE foam in them, and guess what? I actually like typing on them. Why is this here? But I don't use them much anymore. After 2 weeks, I realized I don't like foam in stock when I heard the Kohaku. Didn't even know it was a Kohaku. The way I see it, and this has nothing to do with like what's better and what's not, is I typically associate this kind of sound signature now, like the whole, that like higher pitch noise, as a little bit more refined. Well, I feel like if I want a foamy sound signature, I can do it whatever board I want. I can get that same sound signature. But I also still have a few boards where I really like foamy sounds that make me happy and make me smile, so there's nothing wrong with that. It's also the same time I discovered you because I couldn't afford the Kohaku, so I went with the Envoy, so very nice. Do you have the Envoy now? Do you like it 2D? It's still wild how people watch my stuff now. I don't get it personally, but I love you guys. Very pretty. It's one of my favorite colors, believe it or not. And typically I don't like blue of the Space80. Nice LEDs on the side. I've always liked Gray Studio boards. They're a little bit more out there in terms of aesthetics, but they're always nice. Always love Gray Studio stuff. This is cool too because it's like an RGB strip all around here. I'll leave this for you to peel off. Okay, lately, my favorite mounting style, and it's nothing to do with feel, it's about the pure sound of it. I am noticing that when I go with a top mount board with a polycarbonate plate, I love it. It's not my favorite for typing feel, but in terms of sound, it produces a pretty consistent sound signature that I adore. This is a board someone sent in for a commission build, yes. So it's a client build. What Desmet is this? It is from Key Spencer. I don't recall the actual name of the board though. So that is going to be something that I unfortunately can't give you. It's on their website. I think it's a pre-order. All right. Knock the boxes over. I don't know, man. Listen, do you guys want to do predictions on this? I don't have high hopes for this one bit, bro. Like this kind of looks like it got ran over by something. So if you guys want to do predictions, we can. It's been a while. We can do it. I don't remember how much this board came out for. You guys know the rules with predictions. Is this GMK set going to be messed up? So basically, is the keycaps going to be everywhere? It's a yes or no answer. You guys have 2 minutes to decide. Even if one keycap is like fully out of place, there's mild degrees of like acceptable. It counts as messed up. It's up to you guys to vote. You guys can vote on whatever you want. I'm telling you straight up, I don't have high hopes for this. Here's the side view of it. It's already looks like it's already been like cracked open a little bit too. I didn't open this at all. If you guys, I don't think anyone's gonna vote no, but yeah, everyone has their tastes in keyboards live. I'm the same way. Like lately, I've discovered 2 or 3 switches that I really like, and that's what I really like. No, this is not $1,000. don't buy this for $1,000. The Space80 is a nice keyboard, but if they're selling extras or whatever, I think that's just a placeholder price. I think this retailed for like $350 or something. The no would pay off so big, you'd get a lot of points. Oh shit. It's a gorgeous board though. It is pretty. I like the Space80. It looks cool plugged in. Man, you guys voting no? Whoever put almost 40,000 points in no, you guys are brave. Prediction window's up. You might have to hit like the little arrow to bring it down to the very top or refresh the page. I've noticed it doesn't work for everybody. The box is upside down. I mean, the box was already upside down, so like I said, I don't have high hopes for it. Now it's the right side up. Zach, I don't want to... It is Striker, yeah. The flip fixed it? Maybe the flip did fix it. I mean, you can even see it's like bulging. So, again, don't have high hopes, bro. Alright, guys. Let's open the box here. Well, this is, that looks pretty good to me. Imagine, this is my issue, right? Imagine you spend $150 and then 2 years later, your keycaps come to you like this. My number one thing is, bro, just fucking make a better case for your keycaps. I love GMK. Love them. Don't get me wrong. They're my favorite keycaps. But, man, just make a better case. This presentation's fucking god-awful. So bad. Predictions. Yes, it was clearly messed up. Choose outcome. Yes, this has been messed up, dude. It's very messed up. Dude, Zach, I've had keycaps, like, from no-name brands come in, like, the best boxes possible. This hobby's full of memes. Yeah, kinda. Also, another thing that I hate about the GMK boxes, and I bitch about this every single time, I can't stand like, this box disintegrates, right? And you'll get all this, like, white foam. This one's not as bad, but, like, you see, like, bits and pieces of this, like, styrofoam sort of paper or whatever, just all over the keycaps. It is so irritating. Well, now I gotta play the game to find all this stuff. Well, they made these boxes to be biodegradable, I believe, like they're environmentally friendly. So I can't fault them there. That's a great thing to do. But I think there still could be some work on how good these boxes are. They're clearly not that great. I think Striker's... Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Striker the new boxes? Like the new boxes? It is, right? Because it has this on the sides. The new boxes are like... It is, right? It still isn't that good. I don't know what they need to do to fix it, but I really wish they fixed it. You think they make them out of belly button lint? Shit. Let's put the artisan on the top left there. Striker Salvin Artisan. Like, how did this end up on this side? This is supposed to be over there. That's crazy, bro. My GMK Dracula came with 2 F1 keys, and Oblosky had to send me a single F2 key. I've had that happen with one of my GMK sets, where I had no X's and just 2 Y's. Hence the Alatos joke that everyone says in Discord. It was so funny because I didn't even notice it at first. It was you guys who all noticed it. But it's just wild because it's not even the same profile. And I don't even know how that Y got in there. It was the funniest thing, man. Oh, this doesn't go here. Funniest fucking thing. The Alatos incident. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was a good time. Have you ever struggled to find the keycaps you wanted to the point your only choice is to buy to get a custom set made? I can't say I've struggled that hard with keycap selection because I'm pretty okay. Well, I don't mean to be like, hey, I'm pretty creative, but like, I can get pretty creative even if it's something that doesn't necessarily match 100%. So I think I'm pretty easygoing with that. But no, I've never. Have you gotten a set custom made just because you couldn't find the colors? Interesting sound. I don't think I've done inks on this board before. It's pause lock print, or no, it's print lock pause. What is it, guys? I know lock's in the middle. I always forget this part. I don't usually care what goes up there because I never use that part of my decal. Print lock pause. Okay. Control delete. Retro mixed light looks good on the Mirage Envoy. It looks okay. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Some people were saying before they liked it. I think I sort of want to switch to another set for that.
Imhard AF.
Huh? These are retro mixed light, Cocobot. It's by Kikobo. That was out of nowhere. We're talking like, dude, we had like an hour of no sus, and we were all vibing, and then you came out of nowhere and said that, bro. Damn. I was just driving and I just got home. Alex, I'm new to customs and have ordered the Black Lotus switches, but they sound weird. What do you mean they sound weird? Do you think they sound like they have spring crunch or something? Did you lube them? Did you did you mod them at all? I was gonna say alter them. Did you lube them? Did you mod them? We were all vibing, damn it. I know, I might be doing a charity stream, like soon-ish, and it's sad. But you know what's sad about that? Not because I'm doing a charity stream, that I need to message Tim ahead of time to tell him to leave me alone for that day. Because I don't need him here, being sussy at the charity stream. Because it might be for a children's hospital. So that's the sad part about it. I put these in the right spot. I did. Adult time stream. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Tim, listen, buddy. You have to fuck off for the day. Or behave, which he won't. He'll try to like subtly be sus. Sus time is on? Okay. Forgot to tell you, tried cherry clip-ins again. Some of the easiest tuning of my life recently. Dude, I'm telling you, Liv. If I can extend one thing to you guys, just use cherry clip-ins. I know people really like their new stabs. I get it. But cherry clip-ins, cheaper, good, easy to tune, never fail.
Almost 3 years, B.
Oh my God, Fluffy, thank you, dude. Love you, bro. I hope you're doing amazing today. 3 years with you, let's go. If it's rattling a little bit, try swapping out the springs. Sometimes the springs on stock switches suck. I don't remember too much about the Black Lotus switches having bad springs, but you can try. And if that's still a cause for concern, maybe try filming them as well. It's been a little while since I've used those switches though. Oh, the striker does look pretty good on this. Strikers are fun set. Very fun set. Clip-ins are not plate mounted, but just clip-ins by Cherry. PCB mounted clip-in switch stabs. Off to bed now. Take care, Paul. Love you, dude. Have a good one. Toss them, at least. That's yeah, the TX stabs, if the tolerance is off a little bit, or again, you have a plate that doesn't necessarily work with them, it's a shame, right? That's why I've just been sticking to the other ones. Looking good, and the board looks awesome too. Kappa? Bro, what's going on? Are cherry screw-ins good? I want to say they're okay. I feel like I've tried cherry screw-ins, but I truly don't remember. I honestly don't remember them at all. So I feel like the answer I'm giving you is kind of biased. If anything, they're non-memorable. I think KVD Fans ships cherry screw-ins, and they're okay. It is a little lighter in sound signature, but I kind of like that. So this is the board. If anything, we can brighten this up by doing a layer of tape mod. But I kind of like how soft that is. Love the aesthetic of the Space80. Absolutely love it. So nice. And there's that cool RGB on the bottom that surrounds the weight. They did make a really cool aesthetic for this keyboard. There's also some LEDs in the back. And then we have a little bit of a sound profile here. So again, these do use flex cuts, and we did use mid-plate foam. And this is using the FR4 plate. GAT inks, usually a little bit on the quieter side with this kind of config, but they sound like delicate raindrops, to be honest. Like, that's pleasant. I'm gonna tune the spacebar a little bit, but yeah, I'm happy with that spacebar. Oops, sorry. Damn, that was so fucking loud.
BRO. It's drinking time.
Dude, thank you, Snick. So here's the switches I lubed really quickly for this build, and then here's the client switches, like the one that we did on stream. Mind you, it's a different area of the keyboard, so I feel like this... Here, we'll do these two versus these two. Mine. Clients. Not the best comparison, to be honest. Again, different part of the keyboard. These cross sections of the keyboard kind of make it sound different, but not the best way to compare things. Let me tune the spacebar up a little. I'm actually quite happy with this. I don't know if the client's still in chat right now, but quite nice. Turned out pretty nice. Let's put a little bit of lube there. Alpha sound like ripples, man. It sounds like water drops, which is kind of fun when you think about it. Hi, Kim Lin Win. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Okay. Yeah, it sounds very, very calm, very tranquil. Much better. Oh, yeah. You can already hear the difference just by lubing your stab properly. See the difference? Pretty nice. I don't really use XHT BDZ anymore. It's like far too expensive. Also, it's a pain in the ass to put on. So like, I can put it on as careful as I want, but if something shifts in a key, I don't know, if it, even a slight bit gets put in a spot where I don't want it, it just doesn't sound or feel as good as it used to anymore. So my recommendation is typically just to use dielectric grease, in particular the Loctite version, not the Permatex version. It's just really nice like this. It looks like fake render. That's my recommendation. XGT PDZ is great if you're confident with your ability to lube your stabs, but it's also very finicky. Oh, what happened, Chozo? Your soccer match didn't go good? You were playing soccer, right? Thoughts on Osame keycaps? I'm from France and it's costly to get them shipped. They're nice quality PBT keycaps. However, I feel like you have to love the aesthetic of Osame. If you love the aesthetic, you'll like the keycaps. Other than that, good quality stuff. Pretty nice like brand overall. Like they have a very signature style and amazing people. So, hey Alex, I've been watching a good amount of your videos on YouTube recently and decided to build my own custom. Awesome. This is my first stream and I've been able to catch. Hey, thank you. Welcome here. My build was a Zoom 65 EE-V2 with Invoke, sorry, matcha latte switches and Durox screw-ins. Okay. If you've tried everything for your stabs, like if you've gone through like the entire checklist of stuff that I have in my stab lubing guide, the other thing you can try, I don't know if I have it on hand to show you, but it's somewhere in my YouTube. There's a little saran wrap trick you can do. Sometimes what happens is the keycaps, the stem of the keycap is actually too loose. Oh, you tried that too? Alonzo has it right there. If it's still rattly, did you put, okay, the Zoom 65 is, does it have a 1.2 mil PCB? Did you use stab risers, like those little inserts they give you for the stabs? Like if you were to take off your disassemble the board and then move it back and forth, do you feel like the housing isn't properly secured against the piece? Like, do you feel like it's tilting back and forth? If that is happening, grab yourself like some more washers and doesn't budge. The wires are all good too. Try taking away the shims. Take off the shims and then just try using the washer and then see if that helps. Other than that, man, that's a tough one to diagnose without actually seeing it. But try like untightening the screw even, maybe trying to crank the screw a little bit more. Little things can do crazy amounts of things to your stabs. I typically recommend only screwing in until you feel a little bit of pressure and not to over crank them, but you never know, right? So it's tough to tell sometimes. Stabs can be hit and miss with a lot of boards, yeah. I really don't use shims. I don't really use them either unless I absolutely have to. All right. Anytime, dude. Here's what's happening. We're done this board today. Sounded great. I like the raindrop style of it. Love it. Turned out good. Happy for this client. Tomorrow, we're doing the Sin 65. I have a polycarbonate one to check out. I've heard really good things about this board, so I'm kind of excited to check it out. And then we have a bunch of other really cool shit for the week. So that's the one, I think it's from Wind. Wind Studios is doing the Sin 65. Lots of fun things happening. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in today. Let's go see who we can go raid. And then like I was telling you guys as well, there's also going to be some giveaway stuff happening end of October, mid-October-ish. So I've already kind of pre-planned a few things for that. So it's going to be fun. I have a lot of fun stuff planned for you guys. There's going to be more YouTube videos. I know that I haven't really updated my YouTube in about a week because I was on vacation last week, but we'll do a whole bunch of stuff. Tomorrow's stream is going to be 7 p.m. I'll post all the times up on my Discord, I want to say later tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. So I might switch a few things out. But listen, thanks for tuning in, guys. Love you guys. Let's go raid Marshmallows. I think she's streaming something fun. I think she might be just on the end of her stream, but it's okay. She's almost done? It's okay. We'll still raid her. She can go raid someone else. Love you guys. See you guys soon. Bro, I can't wait to do this in. And then also, I have a few other surprise keyboards I think you guys will like. I'm not going to tell you guys about them yet. Peace out, everybody. Love you guys. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. You guys are the best. Swear to God. Swear, bro. It's this. Should just be the Sin, right? I don't think it's the Sign 60. Anyways, see you guys. Yeah, bye. Love you guys. Peace out. Love you. Bye-bye.